university are done through the student ID. It acts as your meal pass, it acts as your gym membership card, as your library card. You can also use it as a debit card. You can get it loaded with money, and then you can use it in your printers in the library. So let's understand when and how to get your student ID. So the distribution for student ID happens in two ways. One is that you can submit your picture and your government approved ID online, and the second is to get the card in person. The distribution for your fall winter term 2023 distribution for your student card begins on August 21st of this month, and it will be in the tablet hall. Other than the mentioned dates, that is your August 26th and 27th and September 9 and 10, all other days from Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can go to Tablet Hall, get yourself added to the virtual line, waiting line, and then get your student card. So we'll be discussing one way which is better and easy for you to get the student card is online. So can you move to the next slide, Ritesh? So basically, you can go to onlinephoto.uottawa.ca where you can log in using your uOttawa credentials, that is your student ID, and your password, that is your uAccess ID, which you might have already have when you submit your application for the University of Ottawa. So once you're logged in, you have to accept the privacy policy, and then you'll be prompted to add your government approved ID. In most cases, your passport is a valid government issued ID, which you can use for verification purpose. Once you do that, the next step will be to add your picture and fill out the other details and submit your application. It will take a couple of weeks, 1 to 2 weeks. Once your application is approved, then you will get a mail of confirmation that your student card is ready, and then you can just go to Tablet Hall to pick it up. Some things that you need to take care of is your photo requirements that you are using, otherwise your application might get rejected. The requirements are pretty much the same as the requirements that are usually for your passport pictures. That is, it should have a neutral background and the other requirements. The next is your UPass. Now, UPass is your bus pass. We call it the UPass at uOttawa, and this basically gives you access to the public transport of Ottawa and Gatineau region. That is your STO buses in Gatineau region and your OC transport in Ottawa, the buses and the LRT. Similar to your student ID, you can get your UPass in person, as well as you can get it, submit your photo online and get it online. You have to, again, the schedule is the same. You have to go to Tablet Hall in Tablet Hall room number 112 in for fall and winter intake distribution. Another thing to keep in mind is that your bus pass is active from 1st of September until the 30th April of next year. So even though your distribution starts in August, you might get your UPass in the month of August, but it will become active on the 1st of September. Your fees for your UPass is already added to your student account, so you need not worry about paying for UPass when you are going for collecting it because it's already being charged. So that's it. Next steps will be taken over by Maisha. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Priyank. Yeah, Maisha, you can take over now.
Okay. Hello everyone. Okay, next slide. So I will talk about the free store and all, like the university have it. So what is the free store at first? Like in university there is a store which is called free store, and in there, like if you provide your student ID card, like you need to show their you pass or student card, then you can get access to that. So it's a store, and it I forgot the time, like when it opens and closes, you have to look into it. But in there are many things like which all are actually free for students, so which is good. And it's already written like it's the store is open for Wednesday between 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So this is a good things for a student, like when an international student comes, and there you can get some stuff like uh, clothes, then some household items, and some other things as well. So I think it's a good things for a student, like when an international students come, sometimes you may need something, but you can look into the free store at first, and then if you get it, it's good, and then you can, it actually helps a lot for students. So the next one is USO Food Bank. This is actually a great thing for the international students. So here it is like a food bank is like in each of the month, in after 1 month you can refill, like in each of the months, like from food bank you can collect food. And the food bank is opens like Monday to Thursday, and it's 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. But like to access your food bank, you need to show your student ID card, and then you can get the food bank. But as I mentioned, like in each of the month, like suppose you are getting it the food in 1st August, then on the next month in 1st September to like anytime you can go. So like after 1 month you can go and can collect food. And what are the food you can get there? It's actually huge. I can mention, like for a student, it's really helpful. You can get they provide some. It's actually grocery item like milk, then egg, then any other like fish, meat, like the food as we mentioned, like it's so. But they mention the time like it's Monday to Thursday. But as I mentioned, like most of the student like refill each of the time in each of I mean after 1 week they refill the food. So it's better like the timing it's mentioned like Monday to Thursday, but I would suggest like to go on Monday morning if it opens at 11. But you will see like it's first come first serve basis. So every most of the students they come on early like 10 or 9:30 a.m. And it will be a crowd, but it's as I mentioned, it's first come first serve. So the timings are Monday is good, like in morning, Monday morning. So the scholarship opportunities I would talk about, like and university, you may get some financial support from the students. So it's an Ontario graduate scholarship, like previously they have it. It's for all the international students who are living in Ontario side. So for that scholarship, the requirements was being an staying and studying in under Ontario temporary TRV, and also uh, there were not much requirements, so you can get the you can apply for the scholarship. So I want to mention, like you will go to the UZone. Then in the applications tab, you will get to see like online scholarships and bursaries. And if you go there, then click on like there will be an option come apply for list of available scholarships. And if you go there, then you will see like a list of scholarship they will provide you. So from there you will see the Ontario graduate scholarship if it's available for this term, so you can apply there. And other than that, there will be other scholarships as well, but it depends. They provide the like what the requirements they need, so you can look into it, and you can also apply for other scholarships as well. Okay, thank you, I think, for the slide. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Maisha, and
Thank you,
I'll take
everyone.
over. Yeah. So, okay, so now how do you get yourself situated in Ottawa? So, we'll start with the UHIP. So, UHIP is basically your health insurance for international students. Mostly the students who are based in Ontario already, they have OHIP. So, the university students get UHIP. So the coverage will start on the date you arrive in Canada, or the 10th of the month. So whichever one is late, from that time your coverage period starts. So some of the students try to opt out of UHIP. I'll definitely not suggest at any time. This is the only way. Medical here is very expensive, and if you're not insured, it's very unaffordable being a student. And also, if you happen to come like way before, like in, let's say in August, then your coverage starts in September. So it's a good idea if you buy a private insurance here during that time, so that at least you make sure you are covered. At least in North America, not being insured is not a good way to go. So you would have received your UHIP. If not, let us know in the chat. We can like figure out why. But normally it's a digital copy. You don't need to get yourself a printout or something. It's a digital copy that is mailed to you. Make sure you save it. Last time, if I don't like, if as much I remember, I think we got it in October. But still keep an eye on when you receive it. If you don't, just make sure you follow up with them. The next thing is how you travel from Ottawa's international airport to the downtown or other places. So once you already got yourself your U pass, This is assuming that you are already here. Then there is a bus called 97 Airport. That is what most of the people take, and that takes you from uh, like let's say it comes in on the Herdman station to the airport, and it will cover all the stops in between. Then the other service is taxi or cab, and there is like $40 to $50 depending on the time it takes. Other than this, like there is Uber, and there is also one ride sharing platform, like you have Lyft here, Lyft. So Lyft is also comparatively very affordable compared to taxis and Ubers. And also, if you want to do some ride sharing, there are like different apps for ride sharing. Uh, I think the one of them is also named as like ride share. So you can check out like ride sharing options, and if someone is traveling from airport to Ottawa at the same time, you can definitely share with them, and that like becomes a very reasonable price because you already have like a lot of luggage to carry with. Then once you start, the next thing that comes here is how to get yourself a SIM card and a phone number. So there are different services like provided, like for example, there are Bell, Rogers, Fido, and all other most trustable ones. I am not gonna point it out here because we will not be endorsing any brands through PTC. But I think you should have known by now, like through your initial research, which brands are like most popular here. So again, the simple requirements, you will have to get yourself two pieces of ID, any Canadian address for your SIM card, a plan. Most of the students, like even I made a mistake coming here and I still regret because I'm paying a lot in installments now. The thing is like I got myself an iPhone along with this SIM because normally it's very cheap here to like get yourself buy a phone and also SIM card together. But I forgot to take the advantage of like the student plans, and they just use like welcome to Canada benefits, blah blah benefits, but they didn't like take into consideration that I am starting as an international student. So like I normally pay around $90 every month, and some of my friends for the same plan they're paying around $45. So definitely it hurts in the long run when you have to like already work part-time and get yourself that money. So please make sure you do a good amount of research before you buy some plans. Last time, I think Fido or Rogers definitely was announcing like a lot and lot of plans that if you change your number, like you already bought yourself a SIM, and then if you buy yourself a new number, then there is like a this much discount and blah blah, all those things. So please make sure you check all those things before you get into buying a phone or a SIM card because it's gonna be there with you for a long run. Okay, next, let's go. Uh, okay, so the most important part, your SIM card. So SIM card, as always, like bring yourself your study permit, which you will be getting at the airport. Then all the documents that I think they already have. I won't be going like what a list would look like. You will find the list on the Service Canada or the other official platforms, but mostly it's about taking yourself the passport and then the study permit and others, like little bit of some documents here and there. I think the photo requirements were not there, but I'm not sure if they have changed. But the main point of putting this here is most of the students, those especially who went to Gatineau area to get themselves a SIM number, they didn't have to wait in line. Especially if you like me, I got mine in Brampton because like my family was living over there. And it took me like 8 hours waiting in line. People were there like since 3 a.m. in the line. So Ottawa is not that bad. It's not that populated, but Gatineau for sure is like at that time, especially in August, it's not at all crowded. So make sure you go early if you want to get yourself your SIN number. And if I'm not wrong, even now Gatineau does not have much big lines. So definitely check out Gatineau area for getting yourself the SIN number. Then moving on, these are the temporary stay options that you have. Like there are hotel options that which are unaffordable, but if you want to check out, like if it's very like urgent for you, sometimes people miss their flights, like they land here, and if they have a connecting flight to Ottawa, so airports do have some hotels so that you don't have to spend your night like at the on the road. So do check out that motel options there in the airport themselves. Airbnbs are the best way to go if you don't have anyone over here. And the other, like the typical way would be like to ask any senior to please, like, can I just stay here for a week? And meanwhile, you start searching your accommodations. So do check out these options for the temporary stay. But most of the people, I think, already have like started getting themselves accommodations for in Lycee Place in the lease area. So that should not be a trouble. But in case you have, do message your alumni or seniors. Maybe they can help if you are still struggling. Then getting yourself GIC. So GIC, most of the banks, like the most popular ones are like CIBC, Scotia Bank, and some even get it through ICIC Bank, if I'm not wrong. So again, get yourself the appointment. I came here, I got myself appointment for the next, like, I got it for the next week immediately. So it's not that busy, but it's better if you get yourself that appointment back in your home country. Some people do it like make an appointment online. If you want to try that option, please do try it. It will save you a lot of time. And then if not, like you can come here in person, you can make an appointment, and then based on that, you can simply get yourself the GIC. I started, my case was little complex because I have been to Canada before and there were like certain issues. So I was given an appointment after 2 weeks and then I had to talk with the manager. So other than that, some students were actually just going and standing in the wait, like in the line in the bank, and they were getting their appointment. So you can check out that option as well. Again, the best part, the fun part of being in Ottawa. And these are some of the options that you might want to check out. I think like recently, only within like last 2 days, Canada has announced for Ottawa, they are releasing a travel pass or a tourist pass kind of a thing. Like if within one pass, you can explore multiple options and locations that they have in Ottawa. But I think once you have your U pass, it's very free. Like you don't have to buy yourself any pass or something. You're not coming like a tourist here. So I'll suggest like explore. Once life hits, there is like no way you're gonna go out from your part times, from your classes, and also the winters here. You all know. If not, you will know soon. So please make sure you go explore some places. I still haven't explored many of these, but and also like most of the museums here are free on Thursdays. So if you want to go to a museum, that's a good option. And also don't miss out the welcome week. That is where you will make most of the friends. They will take you to different places. Last time they took us to Gatineau Park and all those UO show and other events. So do check out those events as well. And the best place to find yourself any event is Eventbrite, and it's a very popular platform here in Ottawa because most of even if you want to, if even if we are putting our event, you might have checked that we have our event listed on Eventbrite all the time. So most of the people here always look out for options through Eventbrite because all the events that are happening in your nearby place would be listed in Eventbrite. And also the GSAD Club, the Graduate Student Association, they will be mailing you for different and different more and more and more events. Please do check out those events. I remember I like was there in almost every event. And that is how I like made most of the friends. Don't miss out this opportunity because once winter comes and you start settling, it's very tough to go out and make friends. So take advantage of this opportunity if you're here. Then most of you might be wondering that where do we get ourselves the winter jackets and then the shoes and all those things, which are not that expensive as well, because you don't want to spend like too much uh, on like buying the jackets. But the best place for you or any student or anyone here is like Tangiers. We still go there, and it's like a factory outlet kind of. You get all the brands in one place. Um, and the prices are very reasonable because like these are outlets and these are not coming through you through any other vendors, so it is like directly being sold here by the brand. So it is comparatively like cheaper, and also not just cheaper, it's like you get many brands in the same line. Once you go there, make sure you go to, there is a service center there. So there is a student discount coupons that they have. So once you enter that place, you can show your student card. Make sure to do that. I still have that discount thing. It's valid for 1 year. From of almost on every brand, you at least get like 10% off, 20% off. You can use as many coupons you want. So make sure you go there, get yourself that card, and try to like visit as many places as you can. Again, I will not be endorsing the brands, but most of the students like to go through Point Zero. Point Zero is like a relatively good brand because it's like not too expensive. And then for the shoes, you can try for Columbia and other brands. All of these would be located in the same places and you can check out. And also, if I'm not wrong, like Thanksgiving sales would be coming in soon in September or October, somewhere around in fall. So that is also a good time for you to like explore. One thing that we don't have in the slides, I just got reminded of, there is like a Thanksgiving dinner and also like a Christmas dinner with the Canadian families. So again, the uOttawa will be circulating these things to you in mail. This is a very good opportunity to see Canadian families, go like hang out with them, spend one like at least a dinner with them, and that is a good way to network as well. So please do check out these things when that comes to Thanksgiving. So it is first come, first serve. And the best way to reach out to you would be mail. So don't miss out on checking your mails. Now let's explore the campus. So the campus, you can check out the full virtual map, which I think you may or may not need because once you enter, you will be very familiar. But Google Maps would be your best partner here. Like especially when I had to go to my first class, I was the only one who was late. So you definitely want to go and check where your class is located well in advance. And when you come here during the welcome week, there is like a whole campus tour that they do. I miss that, but please like make sure you go there because otherwise you will struggle finding your classes. It's not like very big campus that you would be lost finding places. Your classes would be located mostly in like STEM building or the popular complexes. So it is not very tough to find, but it's good to know at least your own campus, right? And also there are two campuses like of uOttawa. There is one in the Leeds as well. That is where some of the classes happen. So you should also check, make sure that the classes that you're enrolled in are happening in the Leeds campus or the main campus, right? Leeds campus is not that big. It is just to accommodate few more classes there. Uh, Welcome week. So as we just discussed, so there are like international gatherings, welcome week, free stores. Last time we had like a very big free store even from RBC. We had like we got us like 5 to 6 monitors, mattresses, and almost everything that we could like take into hands. That's the best way to like save yourself some money if you want to go there. It's not like those clothes or those items are like in damaged conditions. They're pretty good. It is just to help the students in their journey and when you don't want to spend like a lot of money on like furniture and other stuff. So do check out the different activities, different things that are happening in the welcome week. As always, like even through BDC, even if not through BDC, the best way to network is if you go out. You're landing in a new country. If you're based here, even still, you're going to a new campus, you have to make your friends, new friends. This time is more and more about networking. So make sure you leverage the network as much as you can. Uh, Coming to medical services, I think Roshni and me, like our favorite pastime is visiting doctors these days. So, okay, so let's be very clear about the medical services. The thing is, I'll suggest make sure you get yourself well tested from your home country before coming to Canada because I don't mind saying the system here is little bit like more of wait list and appointment kind of a system, and sometimes I will not say sometimes, most of the times you're not gonna get yourself a medical appointment that easily. And that's why I'll suggest, even if it costs you like lot of money, please get yourself tested in your home country. And okay, let's start. So there are two options currently, as much I am aware of. Please, anyone correct me if I'm wrong. So one of them is through Minto Complex. When you go there, if you see, there are like you can book an appointment by call, by phone. You can. I'll suggest this is the best way, along with going to like visiting them in person. Simply go there, ask them, hey, can I get an appointment? I need it now. They'll suggest you that, okay, after 2 weeks, we have this appointment, and that is the best way to go. There is an app called A Patient app. I downloaded it, and I had to wait for like 4 months to get myself an appointment, even in emergency. So the thing with A Patient app is someone told me like after a very long time that the appointments normally open or either at 12 a.m. or 5 a.m. early in the morning. And given the amount of students we have in University of Ottawa, it goes like there's no chance you're getting an appointment that easily. And the online web option, again, book an appointment, those things, it takes a lot of time. If any, please learn from our experiences. Please, please, please either call or go in person and get yourself appointment. There is no other easy way. Then there is a apple tree clinic. This is also like they accept your insurance that you that is covered, the plans covered by the UHIP. So Apple Tree is more or less like if I'm not wrong, it's like a private clinic because I had like multiple visits there. So the thing is with Apple Tree, you go there, that you don't have an option to book an appointment, which is very unfortunate. But they feel for students there is no way you can book an appointment. You already have to have a OHIP, which is Ontario Health Card, which you only get either after you have a citizenship or a PR, which we don't have for now. So being a student, there are multiple options. So once you track this platform here, you can put your like search by postal code. Maybe Roshni is pasting some links here. Once you go there, you will see different locations and you'll see wait time. What are the wait times for the different locations that they have? And then based on the wait time that you see for now, like let's say I see that maybe the next location that I see is 30 minutes, having a 30 minutes wait time. Another is having like a 4 hours wait time. So you definitely want to go with the one which is having 30 minutes wait time. So there are certain locations that accept like walk-ins. Please do check which locations. You will check it from here. Walk. Like sorry, I just got stuck. So wait time and clinics. You can simply click here, and you'll get to know which clinics are offering like walk-ins or not. And then talking about, I'll share this link in the chat after I stop sharing my screen. So this is like I think I had to do like a way lot of research to find this thing. So this shows all the public hospitals, labs, X-rays, clinic, campus clinics, all these locations. You simply have to like open your Google map. This is like a what do they call it? It's one of the top layers that embeds itself on the top of Google Map. You can simply see which is nearest to you. You can go ahead. The reason I'm saying more public is because UHIP like will be most beneficial when you go to like public labs or like the hospitals. If there is an option to go for private labs as well, the problem is like most of them don't accept your UHIP, and like for example, getting yourself an ultrasound will cost you like $200. Yeah, including taxes. So you don't, when you are like an international student, even if you're not an international student, you are based in here, you don't want to spend like this much amount when you know you could be covered. Uh, then comes the Green Shield Canada. Green Shield Canada is a private insurance, and I hope like most of you would have received this already on, and you have been charged for this in your accounts. This is one of the insurances which covers all of your private stuff like dental and eye checkups. So I got my glasses from there. So if you like have any issues with the medical services, you can ping me anytime because I have explored almost everything here in Canada. So the Roshni is smiling in the back. So Green Shield. So the thing is, Green Shield will help you with your like dental and also your eye. So I'll give you a like rough figure. So for getting myself an eye test, like a complete complimentary and everything covered eye test, because I wanted to make sure that my like I don't have a number for my eye right now. So it cost me like $100, and $75 were I got $75 back within like 2 days from, if not 2 days, like a week from Green Shield, and like getting myself this lens and like all those features of like being scratch resistant, blah 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 extra. So it cost me like $200 and $125 were returned by Green Shield. So the thing is like they definitely help in case of an emergency because like I had to go there. So Green Shield definitely comes to help. Most of the students I have heard at least they try to like pull out of private insurances and they're like it's costing us a lot. But believe me, it's like you're looking very short time. Once you go to medical services here, you will regret losing that because they cover you for entire duration of 1 year, almost 1 year, or at least your 2 terms. So make sure you don't at least remove these. Okay, so we are now moving towards the last part of our presentation today. So it's driving license. So most of the students who come here want to get themselves the G1, and I'll definitely recommend making sure you come early and get yourself a G1, especially for the branches that are concerning mechanical and all on-field works like civil. Most of them, I would say, like require you to have at least a driving license because the field areas or the areas they have to work are not connected by bus. That's not publicly accessible. And in case you even don't have a driving license, the possibly you are gonna be rejected no matter how good of a profile you have. So again, from your home country, try to bring all the physical cards. I made another mistake, and sometimes I feel like how many mistakes I've already made. So I actually kept all my verification cards back in my home country, India. I left all my identity proofs there. I'm like, why would I like need these cards over there? And that was my biggest mistake because I thought like passport is the only thing that Canada would be concerned and why my national identity cards from India, right? So I gave it all to my dad and I'm like, if you want to like take care of my banks and all, you might need it. So I don't need it here. The thing is like you need your ID cards here. And especially when you get yourself a driving license, they're gonna ask and sometimes they will like want you to show your physical copy. They ask me and I'm like, no, I don't have it. And they're like, sorry. Then you have to go through the process of G1, G2, G. So some of you who are not aware, there are 3 stages of getting driving license, G1, G2, G. If you already have experience over 2 years, last time it was 2 years. I don't know if they have increased the cap. So you have the opportunity to skip G2 and you can give G anytime after G1. But G1 is mandatory. You have to give the G1. It's like a knowledge test. So there are many online resources and tests that they have. Most of the students who come here, they're like, okay, I'll get it next week, next week, next week, next week. Please, please, please don't go in that way. Make it as early as possible because you have to wait at that location early in the morning, 6 a.m. Most of the people line up at 6, 7 a.m. early in the morning before even the driving centers open. And believe me, the later you push it down to when I went there, it was -2 degrees, and I was not expecting a sudden change in temperature that day. It was very tough to stand for 1 hour outside the center, the driving center, right? So once you come in, give yourself this time, at least get yourself this driving license, and then rest you can see. So there is one location called 1570 Walkley Road. That is the most preferred by students because it's the most nearest one to have. There are other locations. Please don't like think this is the only one, but this is the nearest one if you're located near downtown. So even for like I was saying, bringing in physical cards from your home country, even if you come here, if you want to party, if you want to go to a club, you will not be allowed to enter any club if you don't have a physical ID card. They don't accept your virtual ID cards most of the time. So I'm like, I will not be, of course, carrying my passport everywhere. So make sure you have at least some ID proofs back from your home country. I think that summarizes what we had for today, and I hope it was like descriptive enough, and we can look forward to more questions now.
Thank you, Ritesh. Thank you, everyone. We can go to the questions in the chat. One of the questions that we are getting commonly is your photo getting rejected when you apply. So that's okay. That's not end of the world. If your photo gets rejected, you can come over here. You can whenever you go there, they have a camera right there. You can get your photo done there, and it's okay. Even if your photo is getting rejected, you are not getting it right now when you are going to get the U pass and your student card, they will click your photo right there, they will print it right there and give
Yeah.
it to you. It's a 2 minute process.
Even mine got rejected. Like for me, it was I got myself the picture clicked in person, and after 1 month, I got like the when I submitted the online request, and they said your photo has been rejected, and I'm like, okay, it's already too late. I already have my student card in hand. So most of the times they will reject your like it is not at all approved. So you're not the only one. We have gone through the same thing. Don't worry, it's like as she said, not end of the world. You'll just go there and they'll click your picture. Priyank.
Yeah, just to add to that, so it sometimes it also happens that your photo requirements are not met as per what they have listed. And second is if they don't approve your photo ID. So sometimes passports of different countries differ, and for some of them they reject it. The best option is to go in person actually. That's what even I did, because there is a virtual line which you can join there. There's a QR code that you can scan when you go in person and get yourself added to a virtual line. Let's say if it'll take 2-3 hours because there are lots of students, then you can just hang around, do other stuff in the city, get other stuff done. And then once you'll get a notification on your phone when you progress in your queue. And as soon as you get like close to your queue, you can go to the tablet hall and get your student ID. So that's the best option to get it in person.
Yes, Ranjit, you go ahead. You're on mute, Ranjit.
About the gym membership, it's already included in your fees, and you don't need to pay for it separately and stuff. Also, to have your G license immediately, if you are willing to drive immediately in Canada, it's best if you have a valid DL extract, as they require during the time of G1, so that immediately after getting your G1, you can start getting your G and you can drive here.
Yeah. So adding to Ranjit, with the gym membership, you can also avail many services like badminton, squash, and everything. You can play it for free with your student card. You just have to submit student card and take it back when you're leaving. So you in your statement of account, you'll see a sports section that includes everything in uOttawa. You can go anywhere and get it for free.
It's only in the summers I would say that it might be a problem because like if I had my co-op in the summer, and the thing is like co-op and gym fees are separate, so they just charge you for the co-op and not for the extra services. So it costs you around $180 for 4 months, like for the entire summer semester. So if you are like a gym freak kind of a person and you want to go, which I'll recommend definitely. So buy yourself that $180, and there are other ways which we can talk outside this meeting if you want to know, if you want to save yourself that money.
Okay, so the next question is there any way to see the doctor without an appointment? If we are sick, can we go to the ER? I think I'm the best person to answer it because I have been to a ER. I have been to everywhere in Canada. So ER emergency room is not like emergency room per se. If you go there, you have to wait for a doctor almost for 8 hours. I would never suggest a ER to anyone. But that's one thing that if you go to ER, all of your tests are done right there. You don't have to go anywhere else. They do it right there. It's if you need any like the insulin or maybe like an injection or something, they'll give you right there. I personally amongst all the doctors I have been, I personally like the uOttawa Wellness Center much more, but you will not get appointment for 3 weeks. So the best thing is don't get sick, please. That's the best I can say to you. And please do all your tests, especially dental care, eye care from back your home country before you come here. It's very important to get it done. And if you are here, one of the advice I'll give you, even if you start feeling little sick, take an appointment at uOttawa Health and Wellness Center, so that if it goes ahead, you know you have an appointment coming up, you can show it to them, and you don't have to pay anything in uOttawa for any kind of test, any medicine, anything at all. So it's all covered in your UHIP. So if Ritesh would like to
Yeah,
add.
yeah. Very obvious. So, just to add to this, like you are not even allowed to get yourself medicines or any test without doctor's prescription. So if you feel like let me get myself an ultrasound, I feel like I should get one. Some people get, I am not sure about that process. Some people get that prescription back from their home country and it's valid for the same day and you can get yourself tested. But I haven't gone through that way. But if you are planning to get yourself tested here, um, like through the doctors, then doctor must prescribe you, and then only any lab will be able to, like, they didn't even share the results with me because they said it's like it's very private. So first the results will go to the doctor. You can't even ask the labs beforehand, most of the labs, that can you even share the results with me. So once the doctor sees it, they'll call you again, which will take you another 3 weeks. And then they'll discuss the results. And by the time they discuss the results, you're already well. I think, but it is not to scare you, but it's to give you a very realistic picture. Please don't expect anything.
Yeah, and just to say that we are not saying anything like the medical system is bad or anything at all.
Yeah, yeah.
We're
Please
just
don't
sharing
take this part of the
our
video.
pers- yeah, our
Yeah.
personal experience. We think
Yeah.
these are the experiences we had, and that's why we would like to warn you about that. This is our personal experience. Everyone, it's different for everyone.
Yeah.
We have a
Also,
next.
also just to add to that, so for your like early days in Canada, I think it's best to carry some medicines from back home. You can get a doctor's prescription, especially for medicines that are like available like over the counter. So all the OTC medicines and general healthcare medicines, it's better to get a small batch of those medicines from your home country, with a doctor's prescription, and it's nowhere stopped during your travel journey at the airports or anything, and that will help you at least for the initial days, because some people do get sick after a lot of traveling. They might catch cold or something. So it helps for first couple of months at least. So that's a tip.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the next question is, my name does not match between my passport and driving license. Will that cause any issue?
No, that's not going to cause any issue because in passport you will be having your surname with your name, but mostly in India we'll be having just our initial. So getting a DL extract with your original driving license, that would be fine, I guess. Because I too had that issue, and in the initial days I was scared.
Okay. So next question is getting an international driving license from India be beneficial or DL extract? What's the difference?
Getting an international driving license, you can drive here, but getting a DL extract with a DL extract and a valid Indian experience, you can get your G1 first, and after your G1, you can immediately go for G and you can get your driving license immediately if you have a valid DL extract with your original driving license with the experience of more than 2 years.
And also adding to that, like, I'm not sure, please correct me, Ranjit, if I'm wrong. I think like for international driving license, the thing is like even I got myself one. The problem is most of the people don't accept Indian driving international licenses here, especially let's say you want to book yourself a car from Commune Auto, right? The thing is they won't accept it, even if someone accepts it, right? It's not a win-win situation because if you have a G1 or a valid license, you are insured because you have to buy yourself an insurance in the worst case, like any accident happens. But on international driving licenses, you don't have that luxury of getting yourself insured. And in case something happens, all the best because the
Yeah,
amount of money you
always,
are going to spend.
yeah,
Yeah.
always better to have a Canadian driving license for insurance,
Yeah.
and as explained by Ritesh, it's always better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next question is mattress, bed frame recommendation. So can I ask all the executives if you know which mattress and bed frame you use, if you can share your experiences, because it's quite important, I feel.
Uh, so for me, I think what I would say is don't get a used mattress from Kijiji or any Facebook Marketplace. Mattress is something it should be used clean, and a used one will might lead to bed bugs. The best place is to get it from IKEA. There are lots of single mattresses for good price available in IKEA, and that's where I got it from. Um,
Okay.
Also,
Maisha.
you can try Amazon.ca. Like, if you can't carry it in person, they will deliver it onto your flat.
Yeah. So, Maisham, which mattress and bed frame do you use? Can you share your
For me, I
experience?
will also suggest IKEA. I also bought my mattress from IKEA as well. And
Okay.
for bed trim, you can also buy it from IKEA. But I also saw in Walmart, you can also get some at reasonable prices. So you can also compare between IKEA and Walmart. Yeah.
Okay, so I have a Amazon mattress. So this is my second mattress that I took. I have a queen memory foam mattress and bed frame from there. I would suggest memory foam because it's a hard mattress. It's like what you have back in home country. Do not take gel or spring mattress. I highly suggest avoid gel or spring mattress. They are my personal experience, I think they are not as well. And one more thing, don't compromise in your mattress. You need a good night's sleep to recover and to work tomorrow, right? So please don't compromise in that. Make sure that you spend good amount and you won't keep buying mattresses again and again. So make sure you buy it once, buy a good one, spend extra amount, but get a good one. And memory foam is highly suggested. If anyone would like to add anything.
Yeah, I would like to add if you like have a luxury of staying at your family's place and someone else can buy a mattress for you at that time, that's good. Coming from Punjab, I had the luxury of all my family based in Brampton. So I was like sitting there all the time, and my roommates already secured a mattress for me. Other than that, like most of the people, at least my roommates, they got themselves sleeping bags for the initial time, let's say, because it is not that you land and the mattress would be there for you or they at the airport. So if you have to like spend 2, 3 days, and if you don't want to like lie on down on the floor, get yourself a sleeping bag for sure.
Okay, so the next question is, when will we expect to get a response about TA positions we applied for? I would say you will get it around mid-August. That's what I was said for civil engineering department. So you can expect somewhere around mid-August to get a response about it. If anyone knows any date, if you would like to add.
Yeah, last time because I was traveling to Canada on 26th of August, and before I was about to take my flight, I got a response for the TA that you are selected, a kind of a thing. So it was just before I was about to leave. So it's around end of August. Yeah, mid to end of August that you will be getting your decisions.
Okay. What is the bed mattress size in Henderson residence? If anyone has lived or know about it? No, okay. I'm sorry, Joanne, we don't have an answer for that. Can you please suggest which one is it affordable by bus or train to reach Ottawa from Montreal Airport with our luggage?
Like if you are coming as a group of 4 or 5 people, I would recommend you to book a cab actually, because it will cost you the similar cost which you are coming by train or bus. Like if you are a single person and if you are like coming with your luggages, you can also try some ride sharing apps like Popo Ride. It would be more convenient than using the buses or trains, as it's your first time and you guys will be quite excited coming here and trying the buses, and trains will not be that good.
So I
Adding on to
I
this, sorry,
yeah.
Priyank, go ahead first.
Okay, so I had a sort of different experience. So I came by train from Toronto to Ottawa, and my experience was quite comfortable, I would say. You get a good amount of luggage capacity in trains, and I'm not sure about the cabs and buses. Plus, it's more reliable, as in I was able to book the train like well in advance, like a month or 2 months before. The price was quite cheap. I think it was $60, including all taxes. And the journey is also quite comfortable. So if you're traveling in a group, as Ranjit said, I think a cab is a better option. But if you're traveling alone, then I think train is more reliable and comfortable. At least that was my experience. I think others can share theirs.
Yeah, just adding on to that, I think going through Popper Ride or cab services, like with all your friends, I definitely I kind of feel it is not a very good option because everyone will be carrying 3 luggages. And if you're like 4 people, I don't think so any car would be able to accommodate like your handbags and at least 10 to 12 luggages. So either if you are taking a Popper Ride or a ride sharing service, message the driver well in advance that okay, I'll be carrying these many like luggages. Most of the time they've already explicitly mentioned how much space they have. Then only go for a car ride. Otherwise, like even buses are reliable as much I know, but train is the best way to go.
Yeah, as
Okay.
I said, it is best to message the drivers regarding your luggages that you have two checked in and
Yeah.
one carry-on luggage, because most of the drivers, Popo rides, it's way more cheaper. Like it's a 20 or
Yeah.
$30 mostly from Montreal airport to Ottawa, but they will be having, some drivers will be having some restrictions. But when I traveled, like gone to India for this vacation, actually the summer vacation, they costed me around only $30 from Montreal airport to Ottawa with a two checked-in luggage and one carry-on luggage. I just messaged the driver and it was reliable. Like you can ask the driver well in advance before booking the rides.
Well, I
Okay.
went in 25.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, Ritesh. That's a competition. Okay, so I came by flight, so I don't know about that, but I have been to Montreal by bus. So I would like to show you a technique to get a cheaper ticket. So if my screen is my screen visible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a if you are traveling by bus, bus is also very comfortable, like it's very much better than back in home country. So I would say you have to go to busbud.com, you put where you're living from, where you reach and everything. But when you're going in passengers, just click once here and make sure that you put the student discount. It will, and clicking on it, it will literally reduce your price to 50%. That's what I always do. So if you are booking a bus,
Oh.
go to busbud.com, do a student discount. They say you have to show ID card, but I never had to show any ID card whenever I'm traveling. So even if you do, you have your study permit and letter of acceptance, you can show that. So if you're booking a bus, make sure you take a student discount.
And also, please be aware of okay, sorry, I just missed book a ride. There is a bus called Book a Ride that's little unpredictable. Again, not saying that they are not good, but my experience has not been very, very good with them. So maybe you wanna avoid them for some time.
From Montreal, I would suggest Orleans Express and Mahao X are good options. So next is, by when can we drop a course without it being reflected on our transcripts?
Dropping a course, if you want to get the because we are now, when you're paying for our courses, actually not for the term, if you want to get the full money refund, there would be a deadline by the end of September. By the if I'm not wrong, it would be by the end of September to get your money back. And if you feel that you are already halfway through the course and you can't make it, you can't make the course, at least drop it before the at least drop it 1 month before the semester ends, so that you would at least don't get any fail or anything on your transcripts.
Okay, to add to that, the deadline to drop courses in September is 20 September. If you drop before that, it won't be in transcript at all. If you go moreover in October and you feel, as you said, you feel you cannot do the course, around 10th of November is the last deadline. You won't get a refund, but it won't reflect in your transcript. So yeah. So the next thing,
Just one more important thing adding to that. So, some courses are not 3 credits; they are 1.5 credits, and they have a slightly different deadline for dropping those courses. So, the best way is to go to your enrollment center in your zone, the place from where you added your courses in your basket and enroll your courses yourself in courses. If you go under the class schedule, each of those courses have like an icon beside them, which like a calendar icon. If you click on it, you'll get all the specific deadlines for that particular course for dropping. So especially for 1.5 credit courses, the deadlines are slightly different from the usual deadlines that are set for 3 credit courses.
okay. You have shared us regarding physical health and all the issues you have faced. Is the wait time same for mental health issues like visiting a therapist, etc.? If anyone has idea about it. So I'm not really sure about it, Junaid, but I think so. The wait time for a therapist is lesser than this because there are multiple counselors at university, and at university they prioritize your mental health a lot. So yes, Ajay, you would like to add to that?
Yeah, for the mental health, for mental wellness, the wait time is lesser than, physical wellness, but it's not that you cannot get appointments that quick. Yeah, you'll have to. I had to wait for 2 months.
Oh.
Yeah, to see a counselor. So it's it's shorter than a physical appointment, but it's still a long period.
Oh, wow. Okay. So the next thing is, can we consult Tata 1 mg back here in India from Canada? If anyone has any clue about it.
I think we can meanwhile search and answer, but I don't think so. We
I
some
have 1 mg while traveling from India to Canada, but with some airways it's okay. But in case if you lost a luggage, you will get a refund of up to $2,000, I guess. You should. It's quite cheaper actually, 1,000 or 1,500 bucks in India, but it's best to book it at least for the first time. You would come without any stress.
Okay, that's great. So next thing is, can you give us references regarding the accommodations nearby to University of uOttawa if you could help? I can share my experience. I live on Elgin Street. It's 10 minutes walk from uOttawa. It's a great place. There are multiple apartments over here, and they are new apartments, so they're expensive than the others for sure. But it's a good place to live at Elgin Street anywhere. So that includes Somerset Street and McLaren Street. So if anyone want to add to that.
adding to that, like I live in 25 MacArthur Avenue. This building is very, very good to be honest. And I think I think Roshni and my building's main contractor is same, right? Rivervale, Bona buildings, right? So they have like pretty, pretty good apartments. You might want to check these locations.
Yeah, so you can, of course, email, like, you can search Bona Properties, you can email them and they can tell you all the available apartments. And I would say Bona Properties are good property managers. Yes, Ajay.
Yeah, on Somerset and around Somerset Street, Henderson Street and all those streets, there are lots of apartments open from this month. So I was checking it last week, so I just wanted to add to that on
Oh,
Henderson and yeah.
okay, that's amazing. Yes, Ranjit.
Also, you can try places like Lazy Place, Myth, Lease, etc. Because it's also very convenient to the university. It's like 5 to 10 minutes. I personally hate Lazy.
Okay. Uh, is there any issues if we have some of our school results are laminated? Some of our school results laminated. If anyone would like to
As
share.
as long as the documents are original, it should not be an issue.
Okay. So I see someone has put Lee's Avenue. I'm not sure, but I know there's only one of the building that is bedbug free in that. All the rest ones are pretty bad according to experience my friends had. So if anyone knows the name of that building, if you can put it in chat for reference of everyone. So there are, I think, 3 to 5 buildings over there, and I think 1 or 2 are not infested by bed bugs, others are. So yeah, okay. So the next question is, do you have content? I have heard that there is a bus issue at night there, like frequency of bus is less. Can you clear it?
Now the bus frequency is very less. Also, the trains are not operating currently. But by the time you guys come, it will be perfect, I guess. Let's hope.
So basically over here at 12 or like midnight everywhere the buses almost stop 11, 12, and there are the frequency lessens down. So suppose if the bus is in every 15 minutes in daytime, it goes to 1 hour every 1 hour at the night, and there are very less buses that are operating 24/7. There's just, I think, hospital and airport buses that are operating 24/7. So yes, there is that thing. So living near downtown helps you in this. Living near Elgin or MacArthur helps you in this, that you can just walk around at night as well from university. And also, let me just say you, Ottawa is very safe compared to as a woman, like walking around at night. I can walk around at night like 2 or 3 a.m. and I don't have to worry. So it's pretty safe. Even if there are no one, it's very safe to walk around at night. So you don't have to worry about that anywhere. Also, the police over here are very accessible. If you ever think you are in danger and you need help, you can call 911 and they will be very quickly over there to help you out. So the next thing is TA positions. Do they close shortly? I was not able to apply to all the TA positions. As far as I know, most of the TA positions closed on 31st July or 1st August. If anyone knows any TA positions that are open in your department.
Most of them had deadlines in July 19th, July 31st, and I think 1st August. And some of them are still open up till I think when that might have also closed. It was August 3rd was the deadline. However, I think new positions for some courses do get posted late in August as well, but very few. But most of them have closed by now.
Okay, to add to that, if you go to your work study navigator, they have put a lot of job options like part-time job opportunities right now. So if not TA, you can surely look over there. So next question is, I'm already in Ottawa with my family and have booked an appointment for OHIP. Is it necessary to have an OHIP because we will be covered by UHIP provided by the university, right? So I would like to add to that, OHIP is always better than UHIP. If you can get a OHIP, of course get that. And if you have a OHIP, you can opt out from UHIP. That's the only way you are allowed to opt out because you have some other insurance. Otherwise, you can never opt out from OHIP, like UHIP, sorry, as an international student. If Ritesh wants to add to that.
Yeah, I think there is an exception. You can make an exception for everything, like for example, even for the bus pass, even for the these insurances, they always like have all the portals. There are like on the uOttawa website, you will see that you can simply apply for an exception that I already have this and I don't want this. So you can justify your call and they will simply take it out of your account. So I think if you have like OHIP, there is no point of having a UHIP, but you still want to check out because last time I checked out, I was comparing OHIP and UHIP. There is not much of a difference. Only thing is like with OHIP, you mostly get you have the chance to book appointments for like Apple Tree or walk-in clinics. But UHIP does not allow have that luxury. You have to go there and make sure you like stand in line for 8 hours.
Okay. How to get a SIN number once we reach Ottawa. So, Bhumika, we did an entire segment about SIN number. We will be posting recording of this session on YouTube. So you can check that. If you have any questions, feel free to email us or send us a Teams message.
Or if you
So,
want, I can share the screen for like a couple of seconds and I'll just.
okay, yeah, that's not a problem. You can do that.
Okay, perfect. So yeah. So this is the slide and Bhumika, so getting yourself a SIN number, the best place I was telling is Gatineau. As much I know, see all the things that we are quoting here are our experiences. Please don't like come after us after if you get to know like anything wrong. But it is all through experience that Gatineau has way shorter wait line than Ottawa. And if you are like getting yourself in Montreal, Toronto, or like other highly populated areas, the wait time is gonna be like 8 hours in waiting, that even early in the morning.
Okay. So the next question is, do you have contractor's number for Lease Avenue landlords? If anyone has over here, can you please share in the chat? Next is, where can we apply for TA positions? I can't seem to access it on uOttawa site. So there's an
I've
external
shared
workday site.
I've shared the link for that in the
Okay,
chat.
okay, perfect. Thank you, Priyank. In case of accidents, car or minor accident, what is the ER situation? If anyone has experienced it, or I can share.
Like one of my friend had broken her arm while playing cricket. In that time, the ambulance came immediately and they got treated. For emergency situations, it's good, but for like minor things like stomach ache, fever, it will take you more time.
Yeah, exactly. That's perfect
I
answer.
mean, just to add on to this, like, please don't take our opinions on medical services like being very solid. Everyone has a different experience. We don't want to say that the medical services here are like not up to mark. The thing is like sometimes it's not easily accessible for students.
Yeah, it's just according to our experiences.
Yeah.
Next is, can we take a SIN number at airport when we land?
No.
Okay. So next is, thank you, Haripriya. She just said thank you. Any suggestions, tips while completing financial questionnaire before we have arrived in Ottawa? It's quite extensive and can be overwhelming. So any tips for experience would be helpful.
I think I'll suggest you Pankaj Rathi's video. If any one of you can please plug it, find it out. Meanwhile, I'm speaking. So he has covered entire financial questionnaire, and that's a good point. We missed that thing in presentation. So in order to apply for scholarships or in order to avail any on-campus jobs as well, you need to complete the financial questionnaire. So the Pankaj Rathi, he has covered extensively how to fill the financial questionnaire, and all of the components are still valid when I was filling it last month. So please feel free to check out the video because it's a lot to cover in over here.
Okay. All right.
Thiru.
So one thing I would like to add is if you can, please get passport size photos back from your home country. So
Hmm.
I was applying for USA visa, and here it's very expensive. Every time I apply for any country's visa, I have to click the photos again, even for police clearance if you need for a job. So it's like $22 for 2 photographs. So if you there are certain specifications that are accepted worldwide for all visas. So if you can get passport size photos clicked from back from your home country, and you'll be good over here then. Okay, so if we have any more questions, we can take it in chat, or if anyone wants to raise hand and just chat with us, we are here to help you. Also, I would like to add one more thing from PDC. If I know it's very difficult when you are international student taking international flights for specifically first time in first time in your life, when you land to Canada, if you have any issues at airport, if you are not able to book cab, or if you are stuck in any way, we will be more than happy to help you. I think most of the people have at least mine and Ritesh's number because we are in the WhatsApp groups. But if not, you can email us, shoot us a Teams message if you are stuck somewhere, you need help. We have been here for a year and we would be happy to help you guys. So if you are at airport or somewhere something goes wrong, feel free to call us. We'll do our best to help you. From one international student to another international student.
Yeah, even if you're not international student, don't worry, we'll still help you.
Okay, I didn't mean that way, but okay. So next question is tenant insurance company recommendations. If you guys can share what insurance do you have for your home?
I use Zipsure. It costs around, I think, $25 a month. I'm not sure about others.
Yeah,
Ranjit, what do
see,
you use in Lycee?
Lycée, I'm not sure. They would be using something like I'm not the leaseholder
Okay,
as is.
because I remember in Lycee they have a specific insurance company that you need to take from. So make sure that you don't take any other insurance than that.
You cannot take from other providers here.
Yeah, exactly.
but for in my building, they had open the room for extensive
Yeah.
partners. You can choose anyone you want. I'm sorry, I don't remember anyone. I was thinking to add this tenant insurance thing, but I think it's not very expensive, and I think it costs me around 10-15 dollars per month at max. So it's not had too much of a trouble for you.
So the company insurance name is Duo, Duoo. I use that. I pay $15 per month, so it's very cheap. If your landlord doesn't have any issue, you can surely take that. Financial questionnaire is currently not working. Is anyone else facing same situation? Did anyone fill financial questionnaire in recent time?
I just filled it last month. I'm not sure if it's not working now, but I can pull it out meanwhile.
Okay. When can we join PDC? So we'll be opening the fall volunteer form on 20 August. We'll be more than happy to have you. Ranjit is our volunteer manager. All your forms will go to him and he will provide it to executives according to your preferences. So we have put a section where you can choose the preferences, which team you would like to join. So I would like to introduce everyone just a bit so that you know which executive or which team you can join. So Ritesh is the current vice president of PDC. Ranjit is the volunteer manager. If you can say hi so that people know you guys.
This is Ranjit.
Yeah. And then Maisha is the project and industry relations executive. Ajay is the social media manager. Saraf is career development executive.
Hi everyone.
And and Priyank is our newsletter executive. So these are the executives you will be working in. We have a website manager who is Ishan, who is not here right now, but these are the team's option, and we would be very happy to have you with us. So do fill out the form when it's available. Please share
And
it.
for the financial question, sorry,
Oh
Roshni,
yeah,
I
go
can
ahead.
share my screen. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so I clicked on mine. Uh, if you click on I have read the agreement, read and accepted the this one, and if you click on create current for if you like, it depends because I've already filled, so that's why I'm clicking the extend button, which I'm not able to click for now. Yeah, it's working. So whichever term you want, summer term, summer term I'm doing my co-op. Fall term, I'm doing my co-op. Winter, I'm doing my full time. So you can keep on doing the same and go one by one.
Okay,
Yeah, I think
Next has his hand raised if you would like to speak up.
yeah, Janet.
Yes. Hi. Can someone hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can.
Yeah. Actually, after the page, after the three options that you filled right now, it's not going beyond this page. Actually, it's throwing me back to the first page.
Okay, that's the twist. Let's try it
Yeah.
now. So see, it
Oh.
works.
Oh, it's working for you. Then I guess I have bad internet. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know why it's
Yeah,
not
maybe
working for
try a
me.
different browser. Safari sometimes does not help with the
Sure. Sure.
Ottawa
I'll
stuff.
try. I'll try.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, the next question is UHIP and other things are charged on yearly basis or term wise?
Yearly
Most
basis.
Yeah, most things are charged annually, like charged in fall of every year, and that is valid for fall and winter. Summer is not included in it. So if you're charged for your UPass and UHIP, it would be in fall. I think UHIP is for until the next fall, not your
Yeah.
UPass. UPass is valid only from your 1st September until 30th of April. For summer, if you are enrolled full time, then you are eligible for UPass. You'll get an email in summer term if you are eligible for it or not. Then you will be charged only for summer term, and then again in the next fall you will be charged afresh for your UPass.
Uh,
Janet, do you have your hand raised for the previous question or do you want to add on to something? Okay, perfect.
what are the chances that we get our immigration done in 2 hours 45 minutes layover in Montreal airport? Have a domestic flight from Montreal to Ottawa. So Bhumika, I had the exact same thing. So when I traveled last year, I was in Montreal. I had same layover of 2 hours 45 minutes, and my immigration was done in half hour. So I had like 2 hours to just roam around at Montreal airport. So even though it's busy time, they have lots of people working there to help you out, to guide you. So it's going to be pretty quick. So don't worry about it. And immigration is, it seems scary, but it goes by easily. So just make sure you're honest with your answers and you will be okay with it.
So, also to add on top of that, for giving a study permit, I had a different experience, and my friend who traveled with me had a different experience. For me, they didn't ask anything; they just asked my offer letter. But with me, there was a friend named Varun. For him, they asked everything like show your bank details, show your fees receipt, everything. So it's better to carry a physical or soft copy with you, like all the documents, so that you can answer it perfectly for your study permit.
Yeah, and I would like to add to that. I got a question recently on WhatsApp, I guess, that is it important to carry your documents from India, your original documents? Trust me, it is. You never know when you will use it. It's no point if it sits in India in a cupboard somewhere. It's better that you get it with you here and make it sit here with you. It's easier if you need anything, you'll have it. In immigration, if they need anything, you can just show it. So all your original documents, don't keep it back in your home country, bring it with you. It will be much, you'll have an easier life. So the next thing is someone just put in the chat that Sonnet insurance is not that expensive. I think Sonnet is the insurance that Lisi needs, if I'm not wrong. Not sure.
Yeah,
And I think even we also had on it, if I'm not wrong.
Okay. So is it possible to carry more than 10,000 Canadian dollars and how?
Um, I can answer that. So if you carry, the more money you carry, the more grilling might happen at your like immigration, during immigration. Carrying more than 10K is definitely not required at all, and neither it is recommended. It's best to, I think, carry $1,000 to $2,000 at max. Otherwise, I think 500 to $1,000 is more than enough. I think after landing here in the next 2 to 3 days, most people get their bank accounts opened and your GIC opened, and you get your first installment in the next 2 3 days of that. So 1 to 2 weeks you can survive in $1,000, I guess.
And also adding to this, I think we can also discuss, like we missed this in slides, like some people get the neo cards, or what is that called, like the international cards. Can someone touch on that? Because I don't know. I think
yeah.
most of the students were asking this question.
But Neo card while traveling from India to Canada. Also in Neo cards, it's beneficial because you can access the lounges in at least in Chennai. I used the lounge actually, lounge facility. You can rest in the airport like and here also you can use it everywhere. The exchange rates are quite good when compared to others. Also, it's flexible.
Okay. If anyone wants to add to Forex card, their experience.
I don't have experience about Forex card, but adding to this, like also do check out some options for the banks. Like again, not endorsing any bank here, but because I got to open like along, I had my GIC in Scotia, and I also happened to open my account in TD Bank. They gave like $300 worth of like Amazon card, and I think $150, which I have still not received, $150 of like amount to be credited to my account. So that $300 of Amazon card helped me buy my desktop, my tables, and all those things that I wanted to buy. So, like, I think RBC normally gives like around a AirPod or a tablet or something. So you want to check like which one is very like, a good scheme for you. Like as a student, there are many banks that offer like good purchases.
Okay, amazing. So one more thing, we talked about free store previously. So the free store in uOttawa for fall is on 1st of September. So free store is an amazing place. There are not there are used items, but there are not damaged items. So if especially if you're a new student, that's a very good place to go to network, to get stuff. It's highly recommended. We don't have any more questions in chat. We'll wait for 5 minutes if anyone wants to ask. If not, we can end our session today.
Guys, while traveling, make sure you have your power banks and stuff, everything in your carry-on luggage, and don't put anything in your checked-in luggage. Make sure you note this before packing your luggages.
Yeah.
Because
Also medicines.
I
Medicine.
actually faced this.
Oh, okay. So sorry, medicines should also be in your carry-on luggage. Stop.
Also,
Okay.
you can't carry liquids in carry-on luggages. Make sure your liquids are in checked-in luggages. Medicines like some may be bringing some sanitizers, Dettol, etc. Make sure it is in your checked-in luggages.
Okay. Ways to get free food in Ottawa, like food bank. If anyone wants to highlight.
So yeah, we like already talked about UOSU Food Bank. Maisha talked extensively on that. So they give you like cover most of your groceries for 1 month, and then you can like go the next time on the same student card. Like they will cover most of the things. Like you can go buy eggs, you can buy milk, some of the bagged items, and also they have like basic sanitization facilities. Like you can buy like simply procure sanitizers, tissues, paper towels, and all those things. So I used to like come like this much of grocery at home. So it's a very good opportunity. It's just to help the students in their journey. Other than that, for free food, I would say like I'm not sure, but some religious places might offer free foods. Like I know some, but will not go very detailed into which ones. but you can definitely look for whichever ones you want to go in. But the religious places definitely offers some free food.
Okay. Also, one more note for all the girls in the session. Make sure that you carry sanitary pads from back your home country because it's very important, something that you're using from very long. Make sure you carry at least 1 year worth of stock. It's very important because the brands that we have in home country are not similar to what we have here. And if you have certain specifications to what you use, so please make sure to carry that over here. Okay. So next thing is, can we carry hard disk in flights?
You can carry whatever you want, like power banks, hard disk, but make sure it comes within your carry-on luggage and nothing goes in your checked-in luggage. That's the important thing.
Okay, perfect. Also, one more thing, if anyone has certain kind of creams that they use for their skin, or if they have anything specific, any night care routine or something, carry it with you. It's difficult to get it over here, the similar kind of products, because the brand changes a lot, and especially if you are very specific to it. One thing I would like to add is if you are like me, if you wear contact lens, make sure you carry extra contact lens with you because it is also important, and especially in winters your eyes get very dry, so contact
Yeah.
lens, like wearing contact lens is not feasible at that time, so carry like spectacles, two other pairs with you so that you don't have to go through any issues over here.
Also, getting a specs here is quite expensive, and I guess your insurance will not be fully covered for getting a specs here. Make sure and
Yeah, I got myself like it cost me $200. Although I already had my like frame I already had, they just $200 was just for the lenses.
yeah,
And so imagine the cost and
not to extra pairs with you.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we'll wait for a few minutes for any question in the chat. Okay. Also, to let everyone know, we have a quarterly graduate meet on 26th of August. Let me confirm that. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. It's 25th of August. It's on a Friday and it's at 5 p.m. We would love to see you over there. All the PDC executives, alumni, our professors will be there. We'll have free food and free games. It's a good networking event. We would like to meet you all. So if you are around 26th August in Ottawa, in Canada, please stop by. We'll be posting the location on our social media soon. So make sure that you follow our Instagram, our LinkedIn, and we'll be posting where we are going to have um, our quarterly graduate meet. And it's going to be a fun event. So I would like to invite everyone to attend that.
Adding on to that, like from now we will not be conversating through WhatsApp. That was an informal way of communication with the students. Moving on, now you guys are joining Ottawa, and most of the communications will happen through social media platforms like Instagram, LinkedIn, and sometimes you will see a mail. But the best way is PDC newsletter, which Priyank wants to add on to. Like, please subscribe to PDC newsletter.
Yeah, I'll be sharing the link in the chat for subscribing. It's a good place to get all the information, all the things that are happening at PDC, any project opportunities, any internship opportunities, all of the informational things that you can get it will be through newsletters and of course through the social media channels. But yeah, do subscribe to the newsletter. I'll share the link just now.
Okay. Since we have little more time, if everyone would like to share if they had a part-time and how did you get it, please don't share any negative stuff, just like how did you get it and what happened there, just that. So Ritesh, if you would like to start.
Yeah, so I was working in like a retail store, which is like a Canada Goose. Uh, it's like a luxury winter wear brand. So it was like definitely very good, and they were paying good amount of money. I can't disclose how much, but they were paying good amount of money. So if you're interested to go and work in retail, as soon as you go in, please do visit like Saint Laurent malls, the mall in Rideau Center and all those like malls, because most of the retail openings would be there. And some of the retail stores like at least Zara, H&M, as much I know, like these retail stores sometimes take referrals. If not referrals, they ask you to apply. Like Banana Republic, I know they will they'll just shoo you out of the door and they're like, no, just apply online. So please check out like the online applications. You can apply even now. Like there's no way you don't have to be in Canada to apply.
Yeah, to add to that, print your resumes. This is something that many of my friends did. They printed their resume from India and then they just like send it, like they just gave it to stores in malls and they got a call back from there. So, okay, Maisha, if you have any part-time experience or something you would like to share.
For me, not much. I
Okay.
can add the character to your person. Yeah.
Okay, Saraf, if you ever did part-time, if you had any experience.
I didn't.
Okay. Priyang, on to you.
I did not have any part-time experience off campus. I worked mostly on campus. I was working as a TA in fall, as a research assistant in winter, and in both fall and winter, I was working on a work study navigator job. So I did not work part-time, and most of the pay that you get through your TA positions and your work study work that you get through work study will help pretty much help you pay off most of your bills. So
Okay.
yeah, I don't have much part-time experience off campus.
Okay, Ranjit, if you want to go next.
I do. My recommendation is don't go for any food joints. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's a highly recommended thing. Do
Also,
not try. Yeah,
yeah.
go.
Also, another experience from some of my friends, don't choose an overnight shift for any work. It takes a toll on your body. Uh, Based on the experiences that I've had from my roommates, it affects. So it's best if you take daytime jobs and not night shifts. A lot
Okay.
of the positions at Walmart and other places might be asking you to get take night shifts, which will pay slightly more because most people are not willing to take up those. But it's better if you don't take it up because it takes heavy toll on your mental
Yeah.
health and physical health.
And also adding to this, like please don't try to overwork. Like we have the luxury of being allowed to work more than 20 hours, but you don't. Some people try to work on cash outside the 20 hours. Please don't do things that like just for like paying your short-term bills, you compromise on your long-term stay in Canada.
Okay. I would like to add to that. So one of a great advice that I got when I came here was don't work on minimum wage. It's not mandatory that you get only minimum wage jobs. You get much more than that. So if when you come here, make sure you apply to those. I worked part-time only for 2 months, I guess, and I was working much more than minimum wage. I was working at a fashion retail store. I highly recommend that, and I was a team lead. So if you get a team lead, not a associate sales, please take the team lead. It's always a better option. It's easier. So I worked 2 months and then I'm doing internships since then. So that's the only experience I can share. I think Ajay is left for his experience.
No, I haven't worked anywhere. So
Okay. Okay, got it. So yes, that's the part-time experiences, but yeah, don't overwork yourself. You're here for your studies to have a good life. Don't do minimal jobs just to pay temporary bills. So make sure that you are looking into networking, looking into getting what you are here for. So do not overwork, do not do night shifts. You're here for a reason.
Priyank, you have a question in the chat if you want to
Yeah,
answer through mic.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
what did you take to get the TA shape?
Yeah, I was just typing in, but so for TA jobs, you have to apply through the TA portal. During my time, we had a different portal, but now it's Workday portal, which the link for which I've already shared in the chat. So you apply through those, apply to as many TA positions as possible that fit your like criteria, like education criteria and stuff. Fill all of the details in your application in proper detail. If your application gets selected, then you'll be contacted by the professor for an interview. Interviews are usually easy. Sometimes they may I ask technical questions if it's a course related to if it's a technical course. And that's it. And then you can get the TA position. uh, One more thing to take care of is that the TA positions are assigned on a certain criteria. So they usually shortlist students who are doing a PhD. Next is the students who are doing a master's in thesis, and then non-thesis students. So and then there are different criteria as well, set by the QP, which is basically an association which manages the TAs. So there are different criterias which they basically on based on which they select your profile. So there is no short guarantee that you would get a TA, even if you like fulfill all of the educational qualifications and criteria. So the best bet is to apply to as many positions as you can, and yeah, hopefully your application gets selected by the professor. First, it gets selected by the department, and then it's sent off to the professor for selecting a TA.
Okay,
I
perfect.
also want to add like here you will see like all the questions. So try to fill up all the questions as possible because it's mentioned like you can upload your resume, but like it's also recommended like you fill I mean all the questions.
Yeah, that's important.
Okay. How do I filter the new TA portal? It's confusing. I'm not sure what do you mean by filter, James, if you would like to speak about it.
I think by filtering, if I'm not wrong, he means to say like how to select the department, how to select that. So on the work day, if you can like pull out on the work day, you can select your department.
Okay.
Uh,
Let me
Like
open this.
example, I am from electrical department. If you are like searching for TAs within the electrical department, you can type the keyword ELG. It shows all the TA positions available in the electrical department. So that would be beneficial, I guess.
I
Okay.
think James has his hand raised, so maybe he
Yeah,
wants to
go
add
on,
on.
James.
Yeah. So I was asking how to filter it. You can see there are different filters like departments, full-time, part-time, student fixed terms, and etc. So it's really confusing which way is the best way to like filter it.
I would say first of all filter from part-time because you are looking for part-time. TAs are also included in part-time. Next, I would say you can look for this filter. So my civil engineering are not over here because the deadline has passed. But for example, I'll just take any course. Suppose you are in Department of Criminology, you just like click over it and then put the filter and it just gives you everything related to that. Second thing I would say is if you just want to look for TA positions, you can filter job profile and then you can go to TA, or if you want corrector or research assistant, you can just click on it and it will show you all the TAs that there are posted.
All right. Thank
Okay,
you.
no worries. Around which time will we get the interview call if we are selected?
From mid of August up till mid of September, I got it around mid of September. So the course for which I was TAing, the course had already started, and I started as a TA in the third week of September, because the professor had like I think three TAs for that course. It was an undergrad course, and the class was huge. And the first 2 weeks it's usually not fixed where how many students would add or drop the course, and later he realized he needed more. So my profile was selected from the pool. So I got an interview in around I think the second week of September, and I started in third week.
Okay, did you have to go through any training, and if you would like to share the experience through that?
Yeah. So you get an email from TLESS. You must have received emails from them. They have links for TA trainings. Those trainings are general trainings. They are not mandatory, but I think it's better to go through those trainings. They happen in the month of August. So you might have received an email recently. And if not, I'll share the link for the registrations for those trainings. And those are basically trainings on how to in general, like how the your roles and responsibilities as a TA and other things which might help you during your TA, the grading procedures and all. And then there are some security trainings which you have to do, which are to be done only after you get your TA. So once you get your TA, your professor will probably share a set of links for some security trainings for labs and other things. which is I think mandatory for that's one time mandatory. I think if you get a TA another time, those might not be required. But and there will be forms shared by the professor. Once you complete that TA, you have to submit. Sorry, once you complete those trainings, you have to submit those forms to the completion certificates to your professor, and then he would forward it to the department. You might also have to, it depends if you will be conducting labs, then you would also have to fill out forms for access to lab card to open the labs. So again, those processes I think differ from professor to professor, but need not worry about that right now. I think those things once you get the TA will be taken care of by your professor.
Okay, perfect. So we are towards the end of our session. Not sure if Okay, yeah, I don't think we have any more questions. So I would like to thank everyone, all of the students that attended. I would like to thank all of the executives of PDC for taking out your time on Saturday and staying here and helping us out, helping the students out. Thank you so much for that. Again, I would like to remind everyone we have a quarterly greet event coming on 25th of August, and we would like to see you all the best. I know it's a scary experience, but trust me, it only gets better from here, and you will have fun. You will have fun for sure.
I just want to add like one, two more things. First, Priyank, can you please paste the newsletter link in the chat? And the second thing is like for me, the TA experience was a little different. I got the interview. I was almost selected, but my available like class schedule and the professor's class schedule clashed exactly, and he rejected me because of that. So sometimes there are like extreme scenarios. Like for me, it was so your timetable may not match. So like that's not to scare, but just to give you a realistic point of view. And other thing that happened to me when I came in Canada, I think like I had a really very good journey when I came here. So when I came here, I got selected for the COVID testing. So somehow I don't know if it's happening even now, but you can be selected randomly. Like it's not that everyone will be selected. You can be selected just randomly. And I received the mail while I was waiting for my immigration. And on the mail, it was written, "Congratulations, you're selected for the random testing." And I'm like, that's not the kind of congratulations I wanted to hear. So the thing is, luckily, because I had my family over there, so I went with them and got myself tested and waited for the results. And the thing is, like, if I didn't get myself tested within 48 hours, there could have been a penalty or something. So in case this happens, please don't freak out. Because like someone told me later that you could have got yourself tested at the airport itself, and that would have been a very good way. So if you go to any of the labs there, you can simply like tell that, okay, I want to get this kind of a testing. I received this mail, and simply they will forward it to the respective agencies. And thankfully, I came negative. Otherwise, I was like, okay, did I actually enter the Canada now or no? So yeah, just to make you aware, like something like this can happen. So just maintain your calm.
Okay, perfect. So thank you so much to all the executives for sharing your experience. I hope our experiences help the students who are incoming to uOttawa. So all the best, everyone, and thank you for joining today's session. We'll be posting the recording on YouTube soon.
Yeah, thank you everyone.
Thank
So
you.
see you in person for the next event.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.